So this is F-Zero GX again.
Wow.
Like, we need... The
What?
quality of these videos is going to go downhill. Because eventually we're going to have to just focus on beating it.
Yeah.
And not talk or something. I don't know, but we're going to have to beat it, so...
Yeah. It's been fun, folks, but...
It's been a good time, but,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to have to beat it at some point. I think we're close to the end of the campaign. I mean, look, with a goal like that, we must be almost at the end. The goal is to become the Grand Prix champion.
Yeah.
We're going to be top Prix. So...
let's just go.
That's what we...
Just take
Tends
the
to be what you're supposed to do, but
yeah.
since we're no good, I don't know.
This place is full of bombs, so I don't know.
Yeah. Man, don't be surprised if there isn't much going on in this video. Because we're just gonna try. We're gonna try to play. Like, we really gotta beat it.
Okay.
It's such a liability. It's just starting to get insane. Like, it's starting to be something that we groan thinking about.
Yeah.
Like, we don't. We want to play something
It's
else.
one of those mandatory things.
I want to play. I got about 50 other games that I think would be good to start on this channel.
Yeah.
And this, like, and it can't. It just really can't happen until this is done.
Well, it can, but...
Yeah, but it just gets too complex.
Like, the notion of, I mean, but also the notion of, like, quitting while we're ahead is,
yeah, I don't like
stopping
a game, like, over 70% of the way through. Like, it's just really annoying to me.
Yeah. Well, we beat, that NES game I had. Zexies, yeah.
Yeah.
So we can beat this.
I don't know. This is harder than...
Yeah.
This is harder than a lot of NES games. Like, this is pretty bad. Like, and NES games are no slouch.
Yeah. If this had safe spots, then maybe. Like that game.
There should be a kick... I know there's been a few Kickstarters for kind of like F-Zero clones. Like, most series that are dead get Kickstarter clones that suck. But I was hoping there was going to be one that was going to take the difficulty of F-Zero GX to, like, meme levels.
Oh, yeah.
And make the hardest racing game ever.
Yeah.
And that's actually what it's called, or something like that.
Oh.
The hardest racing game should be.
Yeesh.
And just see what happens. How could you take this, basically this design, and ramp it up to, like, 1,000 times more difficult? What would happen? Would people beat it? Would people back that on Kickstarter?
You'd have to give it intentional glitches. Just have glitches like this game, but make them mandatory.
Kind of like how Doom 4 has Ultra Nightmare.
Yeah.
Just they stuck it in there just as a joke, see if anyone would do it. Did anyone beat it?
Tons of people did it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I seen a speed run it on Ultra Nightmare.
Oh man!
And he had like this marker is left behind when you die, and it's saved to your profile. And he had one right at the end.
Whoa!
Yeah, he's just too good at it.
Holy shit! Yeah, they didn't think that was gonna happen. So what I'm saying is, like,
well, I mean, when you spend your whole life speedrunning first-person shooters, that tends to happen.
Yeah, he's probably been speedrunning since Quake.
Yeah.
People used to do that too. Yeah. Quake actually was Quake the first 3D FPS. I mean 3D, not joke 3D, like tricking you.
I don't know.
With room over room 3D, basically. That's what I'm saying. I was on the online. People were talking. It's hard to find this information because a lot of them conflict. I think it might have been Quake or something. Maybe right before that. I don't know. But I think Quake was the first FPS to have bot AI. Was that true?
I think so.
It might have been, yeah.
It I think Doom originally didn't have deathmatch.
No.
I mean online deathmatch for sure. I think they programmed the mode into the game, but it was just like a exclusive to local area.
I guess what they used to do in Quake was instead of having
Then
like
with Quake they focused on multiplayer to
yeah
some degree,
um,
and
I guess what they used to do in Quake for the earliest bots was to make it look like they're going around the map with their AI was so simple. They just made the bot look for item pickups, and they put invisible item pickups in the level.
yeah,
I heard that.
yeah,
That's one way they did it. So the most Quake maps were filled with invisible items that the AIs were getting because they only knew to look for them, and that was it.
it's weird.
Yeah. It's all kinds of strange tricks like that.
Yeah,
I like when a developer is making a game that has a feature in it where you can upload an image onto something, like a decal for your car or something like that.
yeah,
And the devs have a test image to see if it works. And it's something really weird sometimes that they leave in.
yeah.
Like the arcade Mario Kart game.
Something oddly personal.
Did you see the Mario Kart one?
What was that?
I think for the Mario Kart, it was either Mario Kart Wii or the Mario Kart arcade game. I can't remember. You know, the one with Pac-Man?
Yeah.
Deep inside the files of that game, there's an image of a school shooting that took place like, I don't know, when it was like 10 years ago or something like
that's
that.
right.
Remember that?
Uh-huh.
And it was like a picture of people getting carried away. And that was, I think they just went on Google Images and searched for like stuff,
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
And it was the first one they didn't know. And they left the file in the game of a school shooting.
I like the debug map in Smash Brothers Melee,
Yeah.
which has a background, like it has a background of coffee, like
Yeah,
a
I
coffee
remember
shop.
that.
And,
Yeah. Remember when we first played that? I remember we were using the Game Shark or whatever.
yeah,
We're just amazed.
yeah.
That Game Sharks and stuff were so cool.
It's a good little level to mess around with.
Yeah.
All the good GameCube games have that.
Don't forget the target, the Smash the Target stage for Captain Falcon has a tiny texture of a painting of a dolphin or something.
Yeah.
I guess because it's on the dolphin, which was the code name for the GameCube. I wonder if that's why that was there. Was that the first texture they made? Because they were thinking they were still calling it dolphin internally, maybe. I don't know why it's there. It's just on the wall there.
Ah, shit.
In Captain Falcon's target, Smash the Target stage.
Yeah.
It's really weird. There's like another thing that's funny is that there's so many devs that will rant for pages and pages and pages, and then hide it in the game's code
Yeah.
about what their working conditions and who really worked on this, and this guy didn't do anything. Don't listen to him. It's
Yeah.
hilarious. And it's been going on since forever. It's so easy to do.
Yeah.
So I suppose if something's easy to do, that means probably everyone's doing it. So every game probably has something silly someone stuck in there, like graffiti. Graffiti in the form of code. I wonder if games have, like games with like a really open source development history that are really old, have joke code all over the place that they can't that they can't get rid of because it screws something else up, and it became Frankenstein. Like you know how like Minecraft was like Frankenstein code after a while, where they couldn't change anything without breaking something else because it was poorly written.
Yeah.
Like I wonder if some of that might be because of joke code by somebody. Something's jammed in there, it doesn't need to be there, and then it becomes necessary years later for that to stay in.
Sure, that happens all the time. Well, that's probably the culprit behind almost any performance problems. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like, there's some PC games, like of console game ports to PC. Like Resident Evil 6 was bad.
Yeah.
Where the code had tons and tons of loose ends, and like when the game accessed RAM, and then performed a process with the RAM, it didn't give back the RAM a lot of times. Like it siphoned off a little bit of RAM. You know what I mean? Like it's called leaking. So the program was really leaky, and the game would grind to a halt if you left it on for a few hours.
Yeah.
Because things were getting tied up in the RAM.
That's pretty bad.
It was so bad, the port. Like I played that. I had that happen before too on the PS3 version of Skyrim. After playing it for a few hours, it would get slower because there was things that were still tying up the PS3's memory.
I think
it couldn't ditch easily enough when it was supposed to.
Yeah, I think software, like video editing stuff and whatnot. I think the reason that stuff costs more than games most of the time, and the developers get paid more, is because they actually have to work. Like with games, you just have to make them. You just have to make it so that a player can get from one end to the other without it completely breaking down. That's all you need to do.
Some people don't even do
that. But
that.
with software, you have to make everything work perfectly.
I know, yeah. With software, like...
It's pretty...
yeah, it's because...
I mean, it's a little less complex, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
but...
with software, if something goes wrong, it's a bug.
Yeah.
In a game, if something goes wrong, it's, whatever. Like, if something's wrong in your software, you go to friggin' Pajit or Emmanuel, and you're like, hey, there's something wrong with this, and you're like, God damn. You go to Minbok, some foreign, like, I run, I'm making the new version of Sony Vegas, and the lower floor is desks crammed together of people with names you can't pronounce, and none of them speak English.
Yeah.
They're all Indian, and you're just...
well, if you put an infinite number of monkeys on an infinite number of typewriters.
Yeah, no offense.
No offense.
But,
no offense at all, folks.
Yeah. I'm gonna go have to ask Minbok about that one.
Like, what the shit?
I don't know what the hell Minbok is. They just came up with it. Sounds great, though.
Yeah.
M-I-N-B-O-K.
Sounds legit.
M-I-N-B-O-K. Like, I like how some words, when you read out the letters, sound like a word or a sentence. Minbok, M-I-N-B-O-K.
Stop breaking.
Sounds like something.
Yeah.
Be okay. Just be okay. Alright?
Just be alright.
I was thinking that at E3, Microsoft announced the Xbox Scorpio thing, which is basically their next console, basically.
Right.
For the far distant future.
Uh-huh.
But I had an idea for a good name for it. To call it the Xbox One X, so that the abbreviation is Xbox.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, isn't that weird? XBO, Xbox One. I was like, that's close to Xbox.
Yeah.
What if the next one was the Xbox One X? Because the Xbox One S is the slimline version of the Xbox One they announced. That's Xbox. Right?
Xbox, yeah.
So I was thinking the Project Scorpio should be the Xbox One X, the Xbox. Just to make it really confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Xbox One is a retarded name. And Battlefield copied it, and now we got Battlefield 1.
Well, Battlefield 1 makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah, kinda.
But, like, it turns heads, too.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, did you hear Battlefield 1 is coming out? Because there never was a Battlefield 1.
Well, there was Battlefield.
It started with 1942.
Oh, yeah.
So...
That's right.
Already,
but that was Battlefield 1.
We're already out of order.
That was Battlefield 1. But it wasn't called Battlefield 1. It was the first Battlefield
It
game.
was the 1942 42nd version.
Like how Mario 64 is the 64th Mario game. Obviously. Obvi.
It's the 64th build because it's such a refined game. They spent years making.
It's for refined...
Whoa.
Whoa, it's for people of refined taste.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not perfect. It's really, really good though. Mario 64.
Yes.
I go back and play it regularly on the N64, and there's some
If they
there's some jank, like there's some camera jank, and the controls can jank up sometimes. Like you feel like you're not making the jumps you should be able to.
There's a lot of
Yeah, if they made a
if
Mario,
they fix that, it would be perfect.
If they made a Mario 64 too, which I wouldn't put it past Nintendo because they're crazy with naming and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If they made Mario 64 too, they could probably make it perfect. And if they it included all the original stages plus, like plus the original 120 stars, plus another 120.
Yeah.
Call it Mario 64 too would be perfect, but there's some jank in Mario 64. I'm sorry, guys.
Or just make Super Mario Breath of the Wild, where the world is just gigantic. And
I wish it was. I wish
it's
that
full of little platforming levels.
the new Zelda game was called Legend of Zelda: Boys in the Wild.
Yeah.
Legend of Zelda: Camping Kids. Yeah, I don't know. I get this strange feeling watching that Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild stuff and just imagining it with a different character and no one caring. Just open world game number 4,525.
Yeah.
Better be good.
But see, you expect it to be good, because it's Nintendo. That's just about all there is to it.
Yeah, it's okay when Nintendo does it.
It really is.
Yeah. I noticed he didn't have his green tunic yet.
Yeah.
Probably going to be some stupid thing where you get it right at the end and, oh, that ties it all together. Oh.
I bet you get the Master Sword too, and it's the strongest weapon.
No, I was hoping, I had an idea for how to implement the Master Sword and the green Link tunic.
Yeah.
Would be to, so you unlock it after the last boss, and you can use it on the next cycle, but the green tunic and the Master Sword have negative stats, so it's only for pro players.
Oh, yeah.
So when you see someone playing the game,
yeah,
and they're using that, you know they're playing in hero mode. Because he's the hero, right?
Because it takes place when Link's been in stasis for a long ass time.
I had that idea, and I was thinking they should.
That
I would
stuff
do that.
would probably be broken.
I would do that. I would put make so the Master Sword was not only the worst weapon in the game, it was negative. Like it was really worse than normal.
They might actually do that.
And the green tunic had absolutely no benefits whatsoever. So if you saw a speed run of the game online, it would be Zelda Breath of the Wild. 1 hour, 25 minutes, green tunic Master Sword.
Yeah. GTMS.
Like, yeah, there's a real pro. And you would have the bonus effect of having that actually look like you're being very heroic doing it that way.
And throw in an Ultra Nightmare mode while they're at it.
Yeah. And throw in a reversed control method while they're at it, where all the controls are reversed. So up is down and left is right, and A is B and B is A. Let's do it. Who cares? Who cares? Do it like Resident Evil on the GameCube, the one dangerous zombie mode, where a zombie follows you for the entire game, and you can't stop, and if you touch it, it blows up. The next Breath of the Wild should have one dangerous Tektite, whereas a Tektite follows you, and if you touch it, he blows up and kills you, and he follows you for the entire game. You can't stop to do anything. They should do that. It was hilarious.
Or it should be Ganon.
One dangerous Ganon.
Yeah. It's just like however the final boss would be, probably just like Ganon with a spear. They just throw him in the map, have him chase him around, give him a bunch of attacks.
They did say that they wanted to make it so you can skip the story. So you can kind of like just go right to the end.
Yeah.
I wonder how that's going to work. Is it going to be so hard?
I don't know. Well, I mean, like, there are defense stats now, so anything will kill you in one hit in that area, no doubt.
I was wondering, Can you end up in dungeons without the right item to finish it? So that you get to a brick wall and you can't do anything?
Yeah.
I know that Nintendo hates that type of stuff, but I wish that was there. Right? So then you go, oh, I have to leave now and have to actually go find something.
Yeah, but you know what I would do?
What?
I would think there would be a different way to beat it, and I would just get stuck forever.
Yeah, well, maybe we can't please
I
everyone.
hate
Maybe
walking.
I don't know.
I hate walking from place to place in those huge games. So, yeah, the less of that, the better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I like exploring, but deliberately walking from one place to the other when you know what's there,
Yeah.
it's a waste of time.
I like the how some of the items, at least, are replaced with like the book or something that will actually create an energy version of that thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
So there's like the magnet and an energy bomb thing that just form out of stuff. Like it's technology, not magic. It's weird.
Uh-huh.
It's got a weird sci-fi flair to it. I wasn't expecting. Like the Sheikah or whatever.
Yeah.
The Sheikah are like,
Ah, shit.
I don't know, they look like really advanced. Like Link wakes up in some kind of stasis tube. That was pretty weird.
Yeah. Why are we talking about this?
I don't know.
Man, the tactility of my voice has dropped since the last time we recorded.
What do you?
The last thing we recorded was that
Dark Souls,
Dark Souls thing, yeah.
which coincidentally was the last video that was uploaded, so no one knows the difference.
Whoops.
No one would know that we had like a month-long vacation from recording.
Yeah.
It's just a secret. It's just we always have such a huge backlog.
I haven't spoken at length in that whole time, so
Yeah, you probably said nothing
yeah.
the whole time. There's nothing going on.
To be quite honest, yes. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
I hate the ice. The ice screws me up so much.
You're third, but not for long.
Nope.
Look, you're in seventh, not
eighth.
eighth. Seventh again. Ninth. Woohoo! You have to beat friggin'
Cyber Sleuth.
yeah, you gotta beat the Batman there.
Cyber Seuss. Cyber Seuss is Dr. Seuss after they brought him back to life.
You have to beat Dr. Batman. Damn.
Dr. Batman.
Hi, I'm Dr. I'm
Dr. Pinball.
I'm
As well
Doctor. I'm Doctor Superman.
Uh-huh.
Batman bin Superman. I'll be your doctor today. I had that idea before for like merging comic book characters and then not coming up with a name. So Batman Superman. It's just like both.
Mm-hmm.
He's Batman and Superman.
Shit.
Why does Superman need to be like Batman? But he's Batman Superman.
Batman's just objectively better.
Like
Batman is given 24 hours to prepare. Will he beat Superman?
no. Imagine
No.
Marvel should do one. The next Iron Man movie should be Iron Man Spider-Man, where that's what it's called, and
Yeah.
it's Spider-Man gets an Iron Man suit, and he calls himself Iron Man Spider-Man. That's what he renames himself to. Do you think there'll ever be a DC Marvel crossover movie?
Oh god.
Ever? Like, would that ever happen?
They're competitors.
I know, but what if? There was
What
a
if?
comic
I don't
book
know.
crossover in comics a while ago,
Yeah.
where they did, they made some comics about fights between Marvel and DC characters, and they just took, to make it seem fair, they, fans voted on who should win in the next one. That's how they did it. So that no one was upset.
Oh yeah.
These people will get really
I
upset.
can't even tell what's going on.
No.
The camera just swerves. And... You know what's hard? Racing games.
Mm-hmm.
When they're hard, they're hard.
Yeah, they're all night crossing the line. Yep, look at you go. Look at that guy right over the gate spinning over there.
Yeah, maybe I should do that.
Yeah,
No. No, I shouldn't do that. God, I'm having enough trouble steering in this place. It's friggin' pinball dimension.
This game uses the physics engine of a semi-pinball game.
Yeah, it does.
Monkey Ball.
Uh-huh.
This is the Monkey Ball engine.
I wonder if this is the 50th or the 60th time we said that.
I don't know, maybe. I think it was the 64th time we said it.
Oh yeah.
64-bit.
One for each bit.
I know why something's 64-bit, but it's really hard to explain.
Yeah.
Like, it has to do with the amount of variables you can store inside an integer or something in a line of code. It's some stupid... The only thing it actually does is, if something is 64-bit, it means the point precision of something far away can be more accurate.
Yeah.
If you can store enough variables to determine where something is. So a 64-bit game could have a larger world than a 32-bit game.
It allows for more colors and video memory, I know that.
Yeah.
But like a 64-bit...
There's more variables in it.
Yeah.
It's weird. And so it's like...
But 64 bits of colors is kind of crazy.
Because I noticed when Kerbal Space Program updated to 64-bit, really far away bodies that you stand on,
yeah,
the Kerbal no longer will put his foot through the floor, kind of. You know what I mean? Like, because it has an easier time determining the map of the texture from far away objects relative to 0.000 in space.
Yeah.
So back in 32-bit, it would have a hard time fitting enough variables into a string of code to determine where something was in 3D space that far away from the origin point of the world.
Yeah.
And now it has an easier time doing that. And
I remember
before they had to use like fuzzy numbers, so like lop it off and then have a program, a subroutine thing in there that would like guess where something was.
Yeah.
Kind of like in real life, the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, with atoms not being sure where they are at one time. Which leads me to believe that life actually may be in a bit structure. It may be 128-bit. I don't know.
I think this is just me thinking in computers, in computer brain mode, but
computer brain. That's a thing.
That's a scientific term.
Brain.
But I think there might be coordinate units in space.
Well,
they're just really, really small, and a single atom takes up.
What's
maybe
annoying?
8 of them.
What's annoying? What's annoying is that not only is space expanding, but from anywhere in the universe you go to and you observe the expansion, it would feel as though you're in the center, because everything is expanding from everything else.
Yeah.
So it's so hard to determine where the center was. Because everywhere you look at the expansion, logically you should be able to figure out where the center is.
Yeah.
But wherever you go, it appears to be the new center.
Well, it's too big. Unless if you were near the center already, you wouldn't even be able to determine.
Yeah, I don't know where the center is, but it must be
I
there.
don't know where the center
Does it
is.
have to be there?
I read
What if
some
there
books.
doesn't have to be a center?
I read some books. I can't even figure out where the center is.
I've read of these books and I don't know where the hell the center is. Goddamn. I know space is a hyperbolic shape,
Hey,
which is hard to explain.
Mr. Hawking, if
What?
you're so smart, why can't you determine where the center of the universe is? Just tell me.
Well,
Well,
I got a virus.
My
Wait,
speech
what?
unit has a virus.
No, I have a virus.
Oh yeah, my brain.
Wait a minute, I thought that was just a thing that helped you talk. No, that's me. The body's dead.
They
The body's dead.
no, they pay the body to stand there. They pay the body to stand in for me because they need a face to take pictures of.
The body's been dead since 1995. Oh yeah, I don't know.
Most of my research has gone towards preserving the body.